All right, we back, and we just saw Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom. Thoughts?
I think there was like probably in total 30 minutes that I had a good time, and the rest of it I was like confused or bored or both at the same time. But there were moments that I really liked.
There were moments, you know, and I got some good laughs. There were some good hits. I like a good hit, and I feel like they capitalized on all of those blows.
Yeah. I love when people fall. It is like a thing that I love.
I noticed you laughing during that. I was like, you're laughing like hard too. I'm like, okay.
It is not like my best factor or feature about me, but I laugh like videos of children falling. Like I have a great time. So like, there's a lot of like people
really laughing hard.
Like face planting and shit. That was great. I had a great time.
Falling into the abyss. We got some like, I don't even know what those machines were, but they were hitting people
in
the head.
They were so cool. Oh my gosh. And that's the thing. There would be shots, and I said, who said this was okay? And then there'd be other shots, and I said, that's amazing. The one where the blonde guy was standing, and then the claw thingy came out of the
from
water.
Behind him?
Yeah.
Yes, that was awesome.
Oh, it looked so cool. I was like, fuck. The whole time we were at the volcano, it was hitting. It was going so well.
I did like the volcano area.
The volcano. I liked the jungle. I liked in the volcano.
And it was simple and understandable.
Yes,
like I don't know. The rest of the movie was just like shit was just happening.
No, literally.
Like I got the trident. Now I have the power, and only one person is possessed. But now when other people touch it, different things happen. And
literally.
Like, so it gives one guy information. It like possesses one guy.
No, it was like the
Aquaman just is holding it.
No, he was like, just a normal day for me as Aquaman. Also, I feel like what they did was they like Ragnaroked Aquaman. So you know how like Thor was all serious and then they just
turned him into a joke?
Yeah. Literally. They did the same thing with Aquaman.
It's like they're giving Jason Momoa too much time to just like do whatever he wants. You know what I mean?
I don't think he had a script. Tequila and tacos.
I don't know what these words are. It's like, are they just freestyling?
No, literally. It was so, but like those were honestly, when it wasn't weird, it was great. Like when the vibes were there.
When the two of them were together, the vibes were there.
Yeah.
But when you add in the rest of the cast, it just felt like a hodgepodge of just.
Yes.
I'm like, what's going on?
So
we got like, that was Ralph Dahlgren or whatever, the wrestler guy.
Oh.
Or the boxer guy from the Rocky was like.
So weird.
And Amber Heard, it's like they just didn't want her in the movie, but they wanted her to still be in the movie because they shot too many scenes or something.
They were like, fuck, we gotta have her
burn her face real quick.
No, and then like I thought she was bald. I thought she had like for a second I was like, what? And then she wasn't. And also everybody kept getting hit right in the chest.
Right.
I was like
he has really good aim.
No,
Manta Mantis.
Which I thought it was Manta Ray. Maybe I haven't read a comic.
It probably
in a while,
is that.
But I was like, who the fuck?
We heard him say Manta, and then he just saying Mantis. They're like, it's the best take. Just go with it.
Yeah, literally. They're like, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. When they called the brother Loki, I was like, what? What? Are we marveling? Like, what are you talking about?
I felt like they were inching towards fourth wall breakage, but they didn't quite go past.
No, literally. I was like, who told you this was Slay? Who told you this was the way to go? Because, like, it was crazy. Everybody, like, came in with a different Pinterest board. Do you know what I mean? Like, Nicole Kidman was, like, Oscars. And then, like, Amber Heard is, like, sexy woman. And then Jason Momoa, like, watched a TikTok, a recap of the first Aquaman and went, yeah, I know, like, what I'm doing.
And he was wilding in this movie. It was like, like there wasn't a director being like, nah, not like that.
Except there was, because the credits, he showed up 8
James
times.
Wan. James Wan.
He was like, no, I am here, my guy.
And he almost, I could tell he wasn't there by the simple fact that he wanted us to think he was there so much.
No, literally. I was like, who let you, like, just go? It was like a Monty Python credits, you know?
Man, it was like a Monty Python movie.
Yeah, it was. No, I kept laughing when I shouldn't, you know? Like,
oh man, I couldn't tell they were trying to be corny.
No, literally.
Or it was like on purpose.
Yeah.
Or all the exposition points would be like, it was so dry. It's like, so I think next you need to open up the door and then walk through it and then possibly put the trident right there on the throne. It's like, okay.
I felt like we were playing a video game, but like I felt like I was watching my brother play a video game. So they would like he'd be like, log 365 with all this shit. And like some of the shots were video game-esque too. Like it probably would be a fun video game. And then like the cantina in the middle of the movie.
Oh, the Star Wars?
Yeah.
It was like Star Wars meets Ragnarok meets Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff going on in there.
No, the vibes. I kept being like, oh, cute. Like, we're going like a little medieval. And then we like really went medieval. And I was like, oh, like tone change. Because Jason Momoa would be like, I love hamburgers. And then he would be like, you stole my son! It's like, whoa, man. We gotta pick one.
It felt very remnant to like, what was that shit? He was just in Fast X, where his character was just all over the place.
I didn't see that, but I believe
miss
you.
much.
Okay,
but
good.
You know what? It was fun.
Okay.
It's like in this one, it was like that same type of character, but they were almost like wanted you to take it seriously.
Yeah.
And in Fast X, it's like, yeah, we know it's a joke, like whatever. You know, everyone but Vin Diesel knows it's a joke.
I feel like also the level of narration from everyone was kind of crazy.
It was
like
just getting obnoxious.
No, literally, because what's his name? Jason Momoa starts, and then they cut to his kid and go, oh, he's telling his kid a story. I can buy that.
That was the worst opening line
ever.
Then
he wasn't telling his kid a story, and I was like, oh, we're just being weird. I see.
The first line is like, I got a seahorse or something.
Yeah, literally.
People think it's weird. Like,
my name is Aquaman. I got a seahorse. But I talked to fish. Like,
yo, the seahorse was hidden.
It was so.
The seahorse was hidden, and so was the tentacle kid.
The tentacle guy. I loved him.
Moko,
yeah.
Moto, whatever.
Topo.
Yeah.
Moto likes you.
He was snapping.
So funny.
Not to mention Guinness funded the whole movie. That was
no, literally Guinness and breast milk. That's all.
That's all in the fridge.
So funny.
Modern American family.
No, I was like, I get the bit. Also, where's the food? Like, do y'all not eat?
No, they're fish people.
No, they're fish people.
All you need is water. Apparently, when fish people get into water, then their abs turn 6, like right away.
Yeah. That was crazy. They like Steve Rogers, the villain.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, I really don't remember him. And then he got all muscular and went, oh, I
Steve Rogers.
They did though.
For sure, 100%.
No, literally, he was like scrawny little boy, and I was like, I really don't remember you.
I feel like they did just hire the same dude who did that.
Yeah, they did. They called him Marvel. They were like, can we make one Loki joke? Also, who's your scrawny boy?
Yeah, we need to
borrow. Crazy.
The CGI in there was hit or miss, you know?
Yeah.
It's like whenever I would see Amber Heard on screen, I feel like the CG would turn into shit.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, I guess, I don't know. I didn't expect much from that, so yeah.
Some scenes I'd go, that's honestly, everything above water was awesome. And then everything underwater
was too much. It's like they were trying to do too much. Like, your hair doesn't need to constantly be doing that flow thing.
I know.
It was looking cool, I ain't gonna lie. But it was just like, okay, but why?
Yeah, no, literally, like, why? Couldn't.
We know you're underwater, bro. It's not that serious.
They kept having to tell, they were like, do you know we're underwater? Because, like, we'll keep going. Oh my God.
And then my guy with his jokes, the crab guy with all his jokes.
Dude, that crab guy. I really feel like he's one of the dwarves from Lord of the Rings.
But what do you mean he's one of the dwarves?
Like, I think it's the same actor.
Oh, okay.
No, I think that he hit a dwarf.
I don't remember him in the movie.
No, it's a crossover.
When you said that, I was like, was he in the movie? No. There was a lot of weird shit happening.
No, when they also, I think the other thing about going to the movies is that our theater had such a good time. So I was having such a good time.
That was different. Usually the whole crowd's not in on it.
No, like, there was like 3 men who were like, yeah!
And babies and kid comments and stuff. Like, it was a very pure theater.
There was the King Kong trailer and the little kid roared after.
Yeah! The little monkey, that was classic.
So funny. I loved him.
Because when you're here, it is. Oh my gosh, she didn't do that. Did they do Nicole Kidman? I don't remember that. I don't think they did.
You're right. What are you doing?
I think she's getting too old.
Maybe.
Because she was exposed that she doesn't look like that anymore in this film.
No, they take her out.
Easily, that was the roughest plastic surgery I've seen in like.
Oh my gosh. I also think like
Hollywood.
I think that they were CGIing her face because like the crown I don't think was there. Like there's a couple things and I was like, it was giving like. Did you ever see Black Adam?
Yes.
They had the really hot guy eating the chicken, and I don't think the chicken was in his hand. Like, I really think he was miming eating chicken. Like, that's what I think was happening with her and her crown and the like, I think, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't her in the laundry. Like had her record something on her iPhone and stitched it onto her face.
Yeah, that was rough.
She was in it more than I thought she would. She must have got paid a shit ton of money.
It is unfortunate because she was the weakest link.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I even wanted to see like the crab more than I wanted to see her. And then they took it way too far with like, no offense to old women, but she was an old bag. And they had her like breaking spaceships apart. And I'm like, what is happening right now?
Like, behind my lead.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
going crazy. I'm
you can hang back, baby girl. Like, unless you're like the queen of Wakanda, she didn't even fight that much. She just was like,
authoritative,
yeah.
She was out there going, and it was like too obviously CG. It's like, okay,
yeah.
I get it. You know what I mean? You want to have Nicole Kidman looking cool, but it's like, yo, this is not the way.
No, this is not the way. It was really giving video game. Like,
too much though. They
leaned
like, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
No one cares about Aquaman. No one cares about DCEU anyway.
Literally, I mean, it's gone, right? This movie doesn't even mean anything.
Yep.
Yeah, because there was no marketing. They were like, people will go or they won't, and that's the end.
Yo, that's the right attitude to have, and I'm sure a lot of people did go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm sure I hope that they at least made their money back on this one.
Yeah, I do too.
But the writing
honestly,
was shit.
I feel like I had more fun in this one than I did the other one. But maybe
I think I did too.
Yeah.
Because it was so goofy and outlandish, I almost liked it. I almost fell into the joke of it all.
Yeah. I really wish that like the people making it were in on the joke. I think that we'd all have a better time. But when you take Atlantis or Aquaman 2 as seriously as you do, like we're not gonna have a good time. You know?
Jason
like I feel
Momoa
like you've gotta know. Oh yeah,
that
Jason Momoa knew
the joke of it all. Yeah. That's like, okay.
Literally, he knew that he was in like a joke movie, and then people would be like, "Hey, can you say this line serious?" He's like, fine, I guess. And people would like spritz water on him, and he'd be like, ah! And then he would go back to goofing, and like that was honestly his brother did a really good performance. Like I was believing.
He was maybe my favorite character in the whole movie.
No, he was really good. I was like, yeah, you're pissed off to be here. I believe you.
Yep.
I got you.
And I felt like the dynamic with him having to deal with, he did just spring me. Oh, you're saying that we didn't actually have beef the same way I thought. I felt like he was undergoing an actual character transformation. And everybody else was just out here laughing and joking.
Literally.
They just came to set, but he came to act.
He did. He read comics and was like, I'm here to go. No, literally, I feel like they were all goofing and he was like in his trailer like prepping to go, you know?
Even the baby was having fun.
No, oh my gosh, that baby. I loved that the baby was rescued and instead of giving Amber Heard a shot, they gave the baby the shot. They were like, baby react to being saved. The baby was the happiest baby I've ever seen, except for when it cried. There must have been like 8 different babies.
Yeah. For sure.
And then I feel like they were blind when they picked which baby. They were like, okay, now we do the happy baby. I was like, okay.
Because I was feeling really inconsistent. There was like one moment where they kept doing like baby cuts.
Yeah.
And it was like, why does the baby look so weird? I don't know. I could have dodged that, but
they did 5 months. And when they did like the baby speaking to fish shit, I was like, okay, we're gonna like learn more. And then they were like 5 months later. I was like, okay.
And then they just used that conveniently in the story.
No, literally, they were like, okay, at the end.
And he didn't even call the fish. He was like, Dad.
No, literally.
Dad, I need you.
Literally. No, like, the baby could have been way more helpful. I also, dude, this is such a side tangent. The doctor dude and who was Asian Jim in The Office.
Oh, yeah.
I kept being like, Asian Jim.
What was his point?
It was so funny. But he was like, oh my gosh, we should not kill people. And then he would do it anyway. Multiple times.
Every time he would appear again, I'm like, how is he still here? Like, wasn't the whole plot point that he was fed up with this and he was going to get up out of here? Mm-hmm. And then boom, now he's like, he's back in the lab. Now he's at the ice place. Now he has the baby in his pod. I'm like, dude, I thought you were going to like stop.
You picked the wrong day to have a spine.
Legit,
no, he did it like 3 months ago and then we all forgot and then he did it again. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
His character was getting to me.
No, it was like so
what
random.
am I even seeing?
Yeah.
What am I even seeing?
Whoa! Cesspool. That was crazy. That was insane. You do live in the hood, my guy.
Yeah, just hindsight, no. We live in the hood.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I really thought you were talking about the movie. I was like, I don't know, like the baby? Dude.
Just a burning bin over there.
Oh my gosh, crazy. Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm not mad that I went. You know.
Yeah, but. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Not mad that I went. And then we can leave it there. Like.
Yeah, if my dad asked me, I'd be like, yeah, you'll have a good time.
Yeah, yo.
When they're they're gonna go to a volcano. It's gonna be really fun for 20 minutes, and then Amber Heard will be back.
And then Amber Heard, and literally that was it. You know what I mean? They had a good time, and then the whole cast came back, and it was like,
They were like all on the ice thing, chatting for forever. I was like, why are we chatting on the ice thing?
And what was like, it's like I wanted to like Manta, but I just couldn't.
No, he was so like, because it wasn't him. Like, it was like he was possessed the whole movie.
They weren't even doing a good job with that, though. You know what I mean? It's like he didn't even have lines to make me feel like he's another. He did have some, but it was like the delivery wasn't even there. It's like,
it was like not him being possessed. Like, just suddenly the possessed thing would start talking, and I was like, okay. And then he would talk.
They had potential though. Like when that scene where he's talking in the mirror, and then the dude looks and he's like, "Oh, you fucking retarded." Like,
no, literally.
Excuse my French, not retarded. You know, whatever.
Yeah. Not slay.
Yeah. Are you having an associative disorder moment right now?
Dude, it was so weird. Oh, when they both were holding the dragon thingy, and then the head was like swiveling around like a ping pong machine. I was like,
doesn't make any sense. I'm like, is he like bringing them into another dimension or something? I don't know. There was a lot happening with that trident.
Yeah. I was so confused the entire time. I was like, who said...
And why did he get the full backstory when he held that trident?
Yeah, no.
That
he
part
just,
was
like,
a little
other
bit
people would see it. Same with like the doctor dude. He saw it and then nothing changed.
At all, like, I would have easily possessed him. He was the guy, you know what I mean?
He was the guy.
Who, at the last minute, I'd be able to just like, okay, Manta failed. Now you need to fucking go and blow this shit up.
No, literally, he was like such a base, like, he was like the comic relief character, but just bad at it, and then the smart character, but bad at it. Yeah. No, it was like, I would like be so down for things, and then they would change it a little, and I was like, ugh.
And yeah, that was it. Rate out of 10.
Rated out of 10? Oh, like a 3.5, 4.
I was gonna say a 4, but it's like, visually, it was fun. I went on a journey visually, but it just...
There were moments, it was one of those, I'll add it to my notes app of like, I could fix her, but a movie, like I could fix him. Like if somebody gave me that script, I could fix it.
Well, the characters didn't have any depth.
No.
For an underwater movie, you know, they sure missed the mark.
Oh! That's so funny. Yeah, no, I was bummed. Not even bummed because I didn't have that high of expectations.
And that's a good thing that you came in with. Who gives a fuck what happens? And I felt like I was rewarded for that mentality.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I was even like, they were like, this is good. The problem is I got my hopes up a little much and then it went back down, I would say.
It was that. Yeah. But they went down like as soon as the fucking movie started. I was like, okay, this is good previews. Maybe this will be something.
Literally. I can talk to fish, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I was like, nah, I don't want to I didn't know what kind of crowd we were dealing with. We were dealing with the Who Gives a Fuck crowd.
We were. It was a good crowd.
Right when the title sequence came up, I was like, this is a terrible opening. Like, that was not how we need to set this off. Like,
no, when they were in the fish tank and then all of a sudden it became ice, I was like, where are we? Like, where did we go?
I said that like 14 times in that fucking movie. And then they would be like, somewhere.
Yeah. No, literally. Like, shut the fuck up. Why add cards? Why?
What are you talking about?
It's not a problem.
And then one of them was off the screen.
Yeah.
Who edited this?
Yeah, literally bad editing.
It was like it wasn't me, it was the render. Like, bro.
Dumb shit.
They let so much stuff slide.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what? I'm not mad I saw it. Shout outs to AMC A-List, so I didn't lose too much.
Literally.
We out.
We out.